Listen, Jeremy, you know how much you give. By the way, this is the lovely sponsor of this here program, Jeremy McNally. Jeremy, why don't you tell everyone what you do and what you do for this show and why? Thank you, by the way. You continue to give me money.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me. So my name's Jeremy McNally. I do a Twitch stream. I have a YouTube channel. Got an Instagram. I do live streaming of video games, mostly Warzone and Rocket League. But if anybody has any suggestions on games they'd like to see me play, I don't have a problem with that. Let me know. I give my friend Hunter, my dear friend Hunter here, I give him $10 per episode for him to fund, to put forth for all of you lovely people to be able to enjoy this podcast.
We work very hard on this. This is comedy, but I do take this very. I have like a Suge Knight approach.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So then,
sit up straight. What would you like me to say now, sir?
We could like find someone to like dangle over the banister, like you know how he did the Vanilla Ice, like sign, motherfucker.
Yeah,
but dude. Someone told me a long time ago. They're like, dude, leave the jokes for the stage. When you're dealing with business and talking to these people, like, don't crack any jokes. Like, get to the business of what you need to do, and then once the show starts, then you do the funnies on the stage.
I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. I mean, you want to be personable.
Right.
You know, you want to
you
be
don't
able
think
to...
you're a fucking goofball and they can't take you serious.
Yeah, exactly. Each person, you want to have a good balance, you know, with each person you interact with. You know, a little mix of a show of good personality, but also a show of, hey, I'm here for business and...
This is to make money, too.
Yeah.
Like,
at the end of the day...
I do love doing this,
but
this is a business.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, though, man, is finding something you love doing and making a career out of it. You know, that's what life is to me.
But on the way, it's like, dude, that's why, like, when I have these, like, really, really good shows, I'm like, I remember those fucking days of, like, really shit jobs. And, like, the only reason I got through it is, like, all right, I get to do something cool tonight, which is what I want to do.
For sure. Yeah, that's the thing, too, is even if, you know, you, me, whoever is at a point in their life where they found a hobby that they love doing that could potentially turn into a career, you know, you have to still keep your job in the meantime, your shitty job.
And that's,
you know,
dude, people, luckily, I don't suffer from mental illness and I'm not delusional.
Well,
that's a teetering line.
Give it another few years.
But I understand, like, my day job is what funds this.
True.
All of it. Like, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without my day job.
For sure.
And I'm
for now.
I'm not, for now. And I'm like, I'm not delusional about, you know, if I know I'm not ready, you know, but I'm getting there. I don't want to rush this process. And I don't let outside influence cloud my thought or judgment at all.
Never.
And people are like, oh, you haven't made it yet? And it's like, dude, people will do it for 10 years without really getting paid before they pop.
Yeah, if anybody ever looks at you and says, you haven't made it yet, like, don't just turn around and walk
away. Dude, it doesn't bother me. Like,
that's the type of person you don't even entertain their conversation, you know?
There's so many people that, like, you know, told me, they're like, that's stupid, like, you're wasting your time. And it's like,
okay,
whatever.
Well, you keep working your shitty day job,
right?
And hopefully one day you'll be able to
You don't even
retire.
try. Like, you don't even try? Like,
this is where the generation is headed, dude. Like, yeah, we still need the carpenters, the electricians. We need those people to run things. But as far as, like... You shut up. What am I trying to say here? As far as, like, what our generation, where we're headed, is a digital world, you know? And if you find a way to get in now, as far as a profession is concerned, you know, dude, you're set for the rest of your life. You know, the rest of the time you're going to be on this earth. Like, if you can get a niche doing something like this, you're good, dude. I mean, you're set,
like,
you know?
pre and then during COVID or quarantine, I'm glad I've already kind of been established as a comic here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel confident in the fact that you could ask anybody who knows anything about comedy. You ask them if you know who I am, they'd be like, "Yeah, I know who he is."
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
feel like,
awesome. Dude.
I feel confident enough to where I've gotten to that point. I'm not in the conversation as far as like, I know I'm not the best. Probably not even half up that list as far as best comics in Wilmington.
It seems like for local talent, bro, you're blowing up, and I'm super proud of you for it.
Thank you, man. I work at it. Like, that's the shit people don't see, like, behind the scenes. Like, there's so many notebooks, like, filled up. Like, I put everything in this shit, man. It's not easy.
No,
and
I know it's not easy. That's another misconception.
A lot of people give up people give up at this point because people want instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
I want it right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to work for it. I don't want to wait for it. I want it right now.
Yep.
It doesn't fucking work that way.
Even when every single major comic or streamer or YouTuber or anything is gonna tell you, like, it takes a couple years, and it takes hard work. It's not just sitting around doing nothing for a couple years and waiting for your stuff to get popular. Like, it takes work.
You gotta keep putting out. You know, I try to write new shit all the time. I mean, even if it's good or if it's bad,
it's something.
It drives me to want to write and do more. Like, if I have a really, really shitty show, I'm like, well, definitely not doing that one again.
Yeah.
So I'm working on new shit, and when I have, like, when I murder one night, it's like, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Let's see how far we can take it.
Yeah,
that's another notch. Another some high-powered CBD we got at the store.
Yeah. That's a good store. The place that we got that from.
They do sell CBD down the street at an undisclosed corner store.
Dude, that store right there that I just came from.
That's what I'm talking about.
I haven't been in there in a long time. It is so different. It's like a little bar club thing in there.
I might be able to do comedy up there. Like,
that would be cool.
Like just me and one other, probably this guy John Simpson. Shout out to him. He's been on the show.
Shout out to you, John. We love you.
Definitely love John. It's definitely one of my best comedy friends.
Right on.
By far.
He sounds like a cool guy.
He works hard. I can tell he puts the work in. He's serious about it. He cares about it.
Sounds like he has bad taste in friendships, but.
Yeah. He was a corrections officer, so people try to play him all the time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you were ever a CEO in your life, you're unplayable.
He's a cool, like, we did like a 3.5-hour podcast. Like, he played baseball too and took it to a high level.
Was he like 2 or 3 episodes ago?
Yeah.
I started watching
tall, skinny black dude.
Yeah, I started watching that one, but I'm not gonna lie, I have not made it more than 15 minutes through any of your episodes. I hate to admit that, but I just don't have the time right now, dude.
It's a commitment, dude. Like, dude, I haven't even caught up on any of the shit that I want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
yeah, I can imagine.
And you do the same thing. It's like, with what time?
And then your friends want to ask you, like,
I don't even watch
have you
my
seen
podcast.
The Last Kingdom on Netflix? I haven't watched Netflix in months, dude. If I'm not making YouTube videos or live streaming, I'm watching other YouTube videos about, or editing my own YouTube videos.
The last show I sat down and watched, it was a five episode docuseries. It was about the Comedy Store, how it originated and what it turned into now. I sat down and watched that.
Well, see,
but for me,
that's
it's
your
also
own research.
Yeah, it's also a tool.
Exactly. That's you working.
But other than that, no. I'll sit down and I'm usually on my phone doing content or reaching out to people, doing something.
Always. That's going back to our original topic, man. It takes work to do this. It's very involved. It really is. It's
weird. I credit a lot of this to my ex-girlfriend. If I wouldn't have broke up with her, I would, like, it's weird. Right after I broke up with her, like, I got a fire lit up under my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a switch flipped into me that I've never seen this in myself before. To where, like, I started the podcast, turned this, like, remodeled this whole fucking room.
It looks good in here, man. It looks really good. Everybody pay close attention to the detail, because it looks great in here,
You know what that is? That is prescription Adderall.
Doing what it does best. Making you remodel a whole room in 3 hours.
That's the most important tool in your toolbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, we need this done today. Like, that's not happening. It's like, you want to bet?
That's funny. Yeah, man, I agree with you. Another thing about being single through all this, in the beginning at least, is it presents you with the time. Because if you're, I mean, it's the same thing with me and my ex broke up earlier this year and then went back and forth, tried to make it work. And
I remember that.
Yeah,
I was during the Dolph concert.
Yeah.
We were all single at the same time.
Yeah.
And we were like, we are going to burn this hotel room.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I came back. We went to the show and I was not a single man, and we came back and I was single.
Yeah. Gave the maid an extra 20, and you're like, I would wash that. All of it.
All of it. That's funny. Yeah, man. You definitely don't have the time or the focus, you know, unless you
tunnel vision towards all of this, dude. Like, it's weird. Like I said, I've never seen this side of me before. Something switched inside of me, and I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, I'm fucking doing it. This is not a hobby,
man.
Because I just started getting paid, so I'm like, okay, this is not a hobby anymore.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a part-time gig.
Yeah, I mean, you can put quotes on it because I got paid for services. Technically, I'm a professional comedian. Technically.
Yeah, technically.
So.
Nah, you definitely are, man. You're on your way. You're definitely on your way. And I'm all about it, man. You know I'm going to support you from the very beginning to the very end.
Yeah, you were there at the first open mics when I was dog shit.
You already know. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. And now I'm just shit. Not dog shit anymore, I'm just shit.
Just regular shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I don't think so. I think even back then you definitely you
had
a lot of work to do, much more
but
work
at least
to do
it's
back then.
it's a hard shit, like a opiate shit. Like, it's hard.
It's hard and ready.
Oh, and you know it's gonna hurt coming out too.
Like some of the jokes you tell.
The damn once a month no wipes, those are bad. You know, you get PTSD for the non-flashbacks. You still got damn claw marks on the bottom of the toilet.
All right, next topic.
No, we're gonna sit here and marinate in it. What do you got doing it? What's big plan? What's Jeremy's big plans for the first of the year?
Well,
this is usually the part where I thank my sponsor. So.
No, just one hand.
I like to go to elbow because give you a real intense to where it's like I'm staring through your eyes.
No, it's nice to meet you, sir.
You're like,
pleasure doing business with you.
It's just like a comfort thing. Like,
it's very personable.
Yeah.
You know, when you grab somebody's elbow and you shake your hand, it's like, hey, like
the first time
this isn't just a formality. Like, I'm being extremely cordial right now.
When I was introduced to it, that was like my first gay thought. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a nice, very handsome man.
I've been straight up until this point in my life, so
he made me feel valuable.
Yo, gay dudes, man, they get stuff done.
I like working for them because they always pay. Mm-hmm. They always got money.
Yeah.
They don't bother you. They're nice as can be. Do you want anything? Do you want anything to eat? And they're not like over the top.
Well, it's because
because none of them are like that. The only time you see that is like during festivals or at a gay bar where they can do whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't go there.
Yeah, I don't.
I've been there before. I got gay friends and like gay family members. I go with a straight woman. Because they like going there, so a bunch of straight dudes don't fucking creep all over. And then like it's
That's
also
true. That is very true.
And then it's also like a no holds barred place.
And it's also kind of like you're not really having to be too protective over the
and
girl you're brought
and they know you're, and they're not like, I hate when people say that. Oh, I hope a faggot doesn't get on me. Like, first of all, you are out of shape and those shoes are all fucked up. You're fine.
You got nothing to worry about, bucko.
And second of all, they're not rapists. They're just gay.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking stigma that they get.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want one touching me. Like, they're not. You wear cargo shorts.
Yeah. You got nothing to worry about,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Bryce. Bryce.
But, like, yeah, that's like a no-holds bar. Like if I wanted to dance like a complete fucking idiot, I feel completely comfortable there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I looked over there one time and saw a dude, like, getting his ass ate on the dance floor. And it wasn't like...
Really?
And it wasn't like people were like... It was like... Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
Brandon. Good, he's over him. It's like... This is a very supportive place.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I haven't been to too many gay bars in my life, but I have been to a couple.
I'm very secure with myself. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an experience. You know, you and your date going to a gay bar, because yeah, it's like you said, man.
I was
The
introduced
girls
to
are
gay
much
people.
more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, they're not
they-
really having to
they
worry about people
know if you're
roofing their drink.
They
you
know that you're straight. Gay dudes just sense that.
Yeah, they can like smell it.
Like especially if one
they can
goes,
smell the pussy on you.
Yeah,
You know?
like you can go in there, like you can stumble in there drunk, and you like, you know, might have had a gay thought, and they're like, no, sweetie, you are
you don't
not-
qualify.
No, you don't want to do this.
This is
And it's
not
like,
your scene, buddy.
Oh. And they just, oh yeah, whatever, bro, and then they stumble back out.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I said I don't have like a macho like I don't care what people think.
You mean
of me.
you're not homophobic?
Like, I don't have anything to prove to people. Like, I like lattes and shit. Like, I don't care. This shit's delicious.
I think every male is at
I like
least
small dogs.
at least like 15% gay. Every single one of us is, because
Yeah.
there's certain aspects of your life that, you know, like I like getting pedicures.
As long as you don't fuck dudes, like, who gives a fuck? I think the whole, like, this isn't the fucking Wild West where men had to be like, you know, you had to be careful because the average age of like life was like 27.
Yeah, that's true.
So like you kind of had to have a little.
He's got the influenza.
Yeah.
We'll be planning his funeral for next week.
But yeah, like it's different nowadays. Like most of the relationships I've been in, like the woman makes more money than I do.
Well, that's because you're
Which isn't that hard. Yeah, which isn't that hard to do because I slowly steal.
Yeah, we
from
have
her.
criminal records.
Yeah. Dude, I got this one bit I'm gonna do, like how like ruthless me and my family are to each other. And like, you know, we take jabs at each other, but there's always like we always cross the line. You know, I walk in and it's like, Jesus Christ, did you blindfold yourself before you got dressed this morning? And he's like, Hunter, that's hilarious. How's that job hunt going? Are you still a felon?
That's why you were born with a tail.
And it's just like, bro. That's why I get this fucking, like, this deadpan comedy from.
Excuse me.
I can say some foul shit and just
Shake it off.
I won't show it.
That's why we're going to be successful.
Yeah.
And then we won't do shit for any of our family members.
No.
We won't give them a penny.
I will build a wall and a gate.
With a moat.
I don't want to be, I need to be careful getting aggressive talking about walls. You know, he hasn't left yet.
That time has passed.
He hasn't left yet. Let's.
Old Uncle Joe.
But no, I'm gonna have a guard at the front. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna show him pictures of all of them. I'm like, fucking cattle prod them.
These 19 people do not get in. They do not get in.
Like I don't care if they come up like, oh my, like that's not her baby. She stole that from somebody. Don't let her in. That is not my little nephew.
That's Angina's third baby she stole this year.
Be like, I had a vasectomy. I don't care what none of these hoes say. None of them kids are mine.
Facts.
I'm kidding. I didn't get a vasectomy.
No, but
I'm considering
but
it.
the
later.
idea of it, though.
I'm considering it.
Honestly, man, I kind of feel women when they
Because
talk
if I
about
want a kid, I can just go fucking adopt a Jamaican and like and then keep some of his junior
here's
Olympic
your
medals.
options, dude. Freeze your sperm before the procedure. The vasectomy is reversible. It's fairly simple from what I hear. to reverse it. And then the other option is adoption, the adoption option, if you will.
The adoption option. And when the kid gets old enough, I'm gonna say it just like this, and it's gonna be like a PowerPoint, and it's gonna have a bunch of people be like, adoption option. Like, isn't this fun? Your parents.
Let's make reality fun.
Like, your parents were aggressive, violent drug addicts when you were born, and then it's gonna be like, oh no, like a clown presenting it, and then
Right.
at the end, like the kid's just gonna be like, oh my god. Thank you so much for saving me.
In such a fun way, too.
Like, and then I'll be taken care of when I get older because I won't be married. I'll have 6 ex-wives that hate me. So I need somebody
If you don't have 6, you need to go ahead and get one yoked up in 2021.
My great-grandfather had 5 ex-wives. Best advice, the best advice he ever gave me? He was like, I wish I would have fucked the fat ones too. Wish I would have fucked the fat ones too. And I didn't understand.
The more you
it.
know, folks.
I didn't understand it at the time, but he was like basically saying like, "Fuck them all."
Just don't hold back.
Just fuck them all.
You know, don't.
Be responsible. Be responsible.
Well,
don't share needles. If always be safe.
Have you seen my tattoos?
You don't have tattoos.
I do. I got tatted when I was in Hollywood.
Maybe I've seen one of them.
I have 2, and they're right next to each other. So if you've seen one, you've seen the other. I'm good. I don't want to fall asleep during the podcast. That's some very good CBD.
Good. We were about to do.
Give me a second. Go ahead.
We were about to do a podcast on acid one night, but I'm glad we decided against that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did stand up on mushrooms.
Did you?
That was really fun.
How did it go?
Not well.
No.
No.
Why not?
It was around a bunch of old boomers, around a bunch of old southern redneck boomers, and their comedy or their sense of humor is terrible. And I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah.
We'll put a picture of them.
We are all
If you can't see,
we are all made here.
we're all mad. Like mad. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I was, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. I was in the middle of, East Hollywood at about midnight one night.
Is that bad? Is that like dangerous or bad or like?
No.
Like, is it like pretty cool?
I mean, it's probably a little more dangerous than being in the middle of East Hollywood at like noon.
Yeah.
But
To me, a hood is a hood is a hood.
I don't think it was the hood. It's the wood, the Hollywood. But anyway, a buddy of mine is an artist, and it's funny. I actually met him online playing Warzone because I invite my boys, and I got a buddy that lives in LA, and so he invited his buddies, and this guy Bobby Karate, shout out Bobby Karate, love you, man, was moving back to LA the same week that I was there. So, and he happens to be a fantastic tattoo artist.
And just linked up perfectly.
Yeah, and it worked out. And he hooked it up, like price wise. He told me he wasn't even gonna charge me for it, and I was like, bro,
I gotta give you
And I
something,
still-
or at least
yeah.
tip you good.
exactly, yeah. So I gave him a fat tip.
I've been wanting to get more. Eventually, I'm gonna be, not too aggressively covered, but I'm gonna keep it off my neck and my face for now. But dude, I swear to God, the day that I can confidently know and say that I never have to work a real job again because of comedy or whatever, that like whenever I know, that's the day I'm getting a face tattoo.
A face tat?
Yeah. Or if I never make it, the day I retire is the day of getting a face tattoo.
So face tats can be different though, because like
I'm not gonna go stupid.
you could do something really small and tasteful and cool right here,
Yeah.
You know, you could do something back here. I guess that's not your face anymore.
I might do like a little microphone or something. Or like right here.
What if you did like a play on Gucci Man, but instead of ice cream cone, it was a microphone?
I kind of like that.
What if it was a microphone head
and it comes down
in an
a
ice
little
cream
bit.
cone? Like
And
that
then,
right
and
there.
then on it says like burr or something, or maybe not.
Or it says like ha ha ha.
It's we're not gonna do that. Because then they'll be like, oh, that's from Joker, and I'm like, oh my god, now I'm gonna have to cut.
Yeah,
my
the
face
first person
off.
that says that, yeah, you're gonna have to cut the tattoo
I hate
off.
when people-
Then walk around and be like, you want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah. And then it all comes full circle, and then it's.
And then life's over.
And then you can't really be like, if anything's fucked up with, I shouldn't say that on here, because that's mean, but it's true. But I'm not gonna say that. That would be crossing. That would be crossing the line. Even for this show, that would be crossing the line.
You can always say it and edit it out later, right?
No, because I usually don't like, unless someone specifically tells me to edit it out, or like if it's just like a lull.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, I keep everything in there. Like, fuck it. People know that the name is just mainly to cover my ass. You know?
Yeah, that's a good way to label it, yeah.
That's why I charge people for my shows. Like, so some people just don't wander up in there that didn't really want or plan to see comedy, and someone or myself says something that really upsets them. I just try to avoid all that shit. Because I'm not good at like, oh, that's okay. Like, and like, there's a common misconception about comics that we're pussy. Like, no, I don't handle.
Excuse me. Who says that?
I don't know. It's just people think just because we're funny people that we won't go out there and whoop your ass. I will.
Will you?
Yeah, I've stood by that. Like, if you get to the point where I go out there, I'm gonna do like if I come off stage, I've already committed. I got to do it. And then if I win, I'm gonna get back up there and be like,
all right.
So what about them pussy jokes?
Oh, I'm bleeding.
What-
Oh, do you have a tissue? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So anyway, yeah.
I want there to be a mosh pit at one of my shows. Like, I want.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want someone to like, not like bad where the ambulance has to get called, but like I want at least someone to get swung on.
Most
at
mosh
one my
pits you
shows.
don't need an ambulance. Most of them.
Like, or at least I want someone to get like swung on at one of my shows.
One time, you know when I knew I was getting older, bro? One time I went to Palm Room down at Wrightsville Beach and watched ASG's live show. You know who they are?
Yeah.
So they came back to Wilmington like last year, I think. And I went in there and I got hammered, dude. Like, I drank a lot. And like towards the end of the show, we started to mosh, and like I was in there going crazy,
Dude,
right in the middle. Have you ever been to Palm Room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
It's
know
not
that
the best place to mosh.
it's not. So the mosh
It's
pit
a little
wasn't very
tight.
big. It was like
It's a little tight in there.
maybe like 10, 12 people, you know.
Yeah.
And I was in there
Too
moshing,
close.
dude. My friend Jules was with us, and she's like kind of like short and small. I don't know, like she's just not a bigger girl, you know.
She's that. I can see where this is going, and Jules, I hope you get better.
You met her.
Maybe.
You did at some point. You did. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't remember.
I'm really good with faces. If I saw her, I'd be like, oh yeah, from
Alright.
that place.
So while I tell the story, I'll find her.
you tell me someone's name, and it's like,
All right,
no
so
clue.
she was in the mosh pit with us, and she like got knocked on her little ass, and I was like, oh, and then like all the people around me were like, they all were very respectful.
The people
everybody like stopped everything.
People always be like, unless there's that one dick, if someone falls down in the mosh, they
you
get
them up.
They
Yeah,
get
before
picked up
something bad
immediately.
happens. Yeah, for sure. So she got kind of like
We're not
thrown
animals.
like towards the outside of the pit, and like she like fell on her ass, and like these two guys like picked her up real quick, and they're like, "You good?" She was like, "Yeah." And we're all like,
You get so much adrenaline and get so amped up. I want to do a Suicide Boys mosh pit because their shit goes hard. You got a mix of crazy ass white and black people together, and everyone's drugged up and drunk.
I swear you met her one time.
Maybe
at least once.
Maybe at Reggie's when we went to that
Reggie's
show.
What did we go there for?
There was
He Is Legend.
Were
you weren't there?
I went because I'm really not into that type of music.
Yeah.
But I tagged along.
Reggie's. I don't think you were there.
And
oh wait, yeah, maybe you had randomly hit me up and you were just like, "Hey man, I'm having an off night. Like, what are you doing
yeah,
tonight?"
I needed to get up out of the house.
It was this show. He Is Legend.
That was before I was even doing comedy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were dark days.
I think that was like the beginning of maybe March 2019.
Like those were. I started comedy July 25th, July 26th, 2018 or 19.
Definitely 2019.
Then it's 2009 because I haven't done this 2 years yet, but I know I've done it more than a year.
No, it was like
it's been almost a year and a half.
I can actually look up in my memories. So somewhere on social media, I have when I was coming to see you at the open mics.
Dude, those were dark days before comedy. Like, comedy saved my life, dude. I was not on a great path.
Yeah,
I'm glad I found something.
I think you had called me.
Cause I was like literally just like doing nothing, like getting off work, coming home, like watching movies, jerking off, like not really talking to no girls, just not doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
And man, comedy fucking
came in with the clutch.
Dude, it came with the clutch. And I'm like, damn, I'm pretty good at this. All of this like pain and like mental anguish, physical anguish.
You gotta figure out a way to use it.
I could put them pieces together and it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps me move on. Like talking about like the baby that wasn't mine and shit like that. That's tough shit. But I can make it funny.
They do say that like a lot of the best comedians are like depressed. And that's how they cope, and that's how they express themselves is through comedy, and it turns out to be like gold, you know. Robin Williams, they said, was super depressed. And he's like the funniest motherfucker ever.
I'm always in a good mood though. If I'm not, I'll show it. And it's usually when I'm like by myself at the house. But yeah, dude, life's good right now. I ain't got nothing to be upset about.
Good.
Everything's moving fast. Fucking works good. I got my sister's boyfriend a job at ACDC, and
I see your trucks all around Wilmington all the time.
And he's fucking smart. He's picking it up quick.
Is he?
And I'm able to. He's on my crew, so I'm able to teach him how I want it done, the right way to do everything. I've been doing this show almost 10 years.
I know you've been doing it for a while.
And
because you had been doing it for a while when I met you, and I met you a while ago.
Yeah.
So 2 a whiles equals a long time.
A while. You put a while and then a while. It's a while.
A while plus a while equals a good while. So
good while.
You've been an electrician for a good while.
A hot minute.
A hot minute. Yeah. A hot minute and good while are interchangeable. A good while and a hot minute. That's the same. It's the same term.
Dude, I tell you what, that book I got sitting right next to you is probably the best book I've ever read in my life. I'm totally plugging his book right now, but it's a fiction book. But there's no way a non-comic could write that fucking book. He just knows too much shit about comedy. He's performing December 12th at Bazaar.
Really?
Yes, he's really funny. He's been to Just for Laughs festival in where is it? Toronto?
I think so.
Somewhere in Canada. He's been
on
on
the same place every year? Just for Laughs?
Yeah. And then he's been on Vice. Like he's a legit dude. And he's gonna be at the Bazaar. I think it's like either $15 or $25. Either way, like it's fucking that's a deal. And then like it's a pretty I've performed there a bunch. And it's a real personable place. Like you can hang out afterwards and drink. Like,
right on.
Like unfortunately he's married, so like don't try to fuck him. But when I'm performing there, you can try to fuck me.
Remember that.
Yeah, it usually happens. But I don't give a fuck when no one says, you can vouch for this. I was getting booty before comedy. So I don't even care.
That's true. I can vouch for that. We're all very proud of you.
Someone ought to be, because my fucking family is.
Oh man. Well, my family is.
No, most of my family's excited and proud.
Good.
I think the other half, like, it's a little jealousy because they ain't never done shit.
There's always gonna be people that are gonna be like, "You're wasting your time with this."
Yeah, misery loves company.
Yeah.
They want you to sit
You
around
need to be
and-
going to college. You need
This
to
is
be-
college.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it.
College.
Like that's why you don't, like, at the beginning you don't get paid. No matter what you do or what trade or thing you get into, you got to go to school for it or learn it. So
And that comes with a lot of student loans.
yeah, exactly. And luckily, electrical was the exact same way. I just jumped right into it, and it did pretty good. Running a van.
Good.
I got other people. I'm creating jobs. I might run for mayor.
I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if I would vote for you.
I wouldn't either, but I can bullshit it enough. I wouldn't vote for me either. I'd fuck this town up. I would like focus everything on getting the roads fixed, and then they'll be like, what about this just crippling economy and opioid crisis? Like, no, we need to get these fucking roads
The
fixed.
roads now!
Yeah, that's what I would.
Yesterday.
And that Kerr and Market y'all got is all fucked up.
Bring a gun into the office and they're like,
Dude.
"Sir, it's gonna be another 3.5 years
I'm gonna do
before
some like North
Kerr
Korea
Avenue is
shit.
finished." And you're like, "What?"
Dude, I will be like, who's the project manager? And I'm gonna shoot him in the face right in front of everybody.
Just to send a message.
And then be like, you!
Start speaking Spanish out of nowhere.
learn like a really hard, like Norwegian.
You guys see that?
Just screaming at them and like expect them to understand it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
What is
And then
happening?
there's gonna be
The mayor has gone crazy.
there's gonna be a guy in the back with a broom, just like sweeping everything up. I'm like, you're in charge now. No say, no say.
Por qué?
And he doesn't know English at all,
Right.
or Norwegian.
And you just slam a whole bunch of papers down in front of him.
Yeah.
Get started on Kerr Avenue now.
And then I give him a gun and a few rounds
bro.
of
You just
ammunition.
keep popping tops
Like,
until
it's you were the captain.
eventually somebody's gonna pop up and they're gonna make it work. You know, like these
Yeah.
road systems are flawed.
It is
Fix
bad.
it.
Why is
You know?
like this city was not, the infrastructure was not built for all these fucking people. Like that's why traffic is so fucked up. Like when it was just cows and very small amount of people.
Lots of
here.
trees. There used to be
Lots
a lot
of
of trees. There's
trees.
still a lot of trees in Wilmington.
A lot more racism back then. A scary amount back
Yeah.
then. In this area particularly. And they weren't expecting all these people. What is it, like 200,000, 300,000 now?
It's probably more than that.
It wasn't meant
But
for
they
all these
just
fucking
keep
people.
building apartment complexes
And
and
storage
they keep
units.
building storage units, dude, and they're just trying to put more and more people in.
And more breweries, and surprisingly not enough methadone clinics.
Yeah, no,
Because
definitely not.
there's going to be a lot of people that move here thinking they're with big dreams, and Wilmington's just going to
Shut 'em down.
like some guy's just going to rob them, and it's like their first big paycheck. Someone's just going to be like,
Hey, look, everybody, Calvin
I
got
was
a
just
job.
I'm so proud of him. Let's go rob him, motherfucker.
Let's rob that motherfucker.
So that's what it's going to be like.
Calvin got his first check.
Hey, it's safe to drive down Prince's Place at dark. Yeah. You should stop and ask for directions.
Yeah.
I love that.
On half of it. Yep. Yeah, Wilmington's
I love
a city that is going to be gentrified soon.
I'm gonna fuck around and gonna get kicked out of my own city. It's gonna be too fucking expensive to live here.
Wilmington's going to be different in 10 years. There's going to
I
be
feel
like
bad for a lot of people that have it a lot less fortunate than I.
same. And that's everywhere too, though. You know.
That's why I don't get bummed out. Like I don't get like, dude, I do not get upset anymore about really anything.
Well, you gotta get upset sometimes.
And it's like, I mean, if I'm like trying to do like a project and it's like kicking my ass, I'm like, oh, motherfucker. But
I had my
actually
first
getting upset.
I had my first like real taste of that last night. Like I'm like trying to make. I came up with an awesome topic criteria for a YouTube video, right? For my second YouTube video ever. I've only done one so far, you know. So I'm like, I want the next one to really be a banger, you know. And it just, we were trying to do it live last night, and man, it took like 4.5 hours, and I did not think it was going to take that long to get the video. But
the first few I did took me forever. Dude.
Now I have 4.5 hours worth of content that I'm going through and turning it into a 20-minute video. It's gonna end up being a really cool video.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that it happened that way. But like about hour 3, it just we got really close.
It's frustrating
a couple times, and it was frustrating.
When you figure everything out as you go, it's rewarding and you can see your progress, but it's really fucking hard. I don't know any of this shit. I need to upgrade my laptop. I'm getting a really nice camera in a couple weeks.
Are you? Mm-hmm. What camera are you gonna get?
I don't know brands or anything, but it's a nice one.
You already got one picked out?
It's a cool one. It's I'm like, okay, what's basic price? And then I went a little more expensive than that.
What is basic price, if you don't mind me asking?
It was like $80 on Amazon. It was like a basic price.
I have like a $40 Amazon webcam.
And then I spent like $150 on it. And it's like...
The quality's not that good though. $150.
It's 4K.
Is it?
Yeah, and it comes with like a stand and a built-in microphone. I'll show it to you afterwards. It's pretty...
See, here's the problem with what I do is the gameplay itself is like, the output is in like 1080p. So I wouldn't even be able to, I don't think if I had like a 4K camera, I don't know if I could like put that with the gameplay.
I got like a hood, it's like a hood lens thing for it. It's got like a handle too. It's built for like skateboarders and action shit also. And I'm gonna use it for this and for like any shows I put on. I'm gonna record my shit. Mm-hmm. And first of the year, I'm doing a lot of cool shit the first of the year. Like I'm gonna hit everyone over the head with some really cool shit.
I have some cool stuff coming from Amazon as well.
Anything you can speak of? Mine's private.
What?
I mean, excuse me. People know I'm doing like shirts and shit, but like there's a few things I got.
I'm not talking about merch at all.
I'm doing like new content and stuff.
I'm just talking about basically the backdrop of my stream setup. I'm gonna end up getting a better camera, but I got like a bunch of, so black and red is kind of like my colors for my logo and everything. Yeah, this is actually a really cool mic stand, actually. But
I'll send you the link.
I have for the mic stand. Sweet, I just got one set up. What is this down here?
I ended up careful. This table is like too wide, and I basically jammed it in there. Mm-hmm. And then once I tightened it so many times, it like gave way a little bit. So please be careful when moving this because
I'm not gonna move it at all.
Because it will fall. It has fallen down before.
Okay.
Like in the middle of the show,
won't touch it.
And it's embarrassing.
I won't touch it.
And we're better than this. You put your name behind this, Jeremy. I thought you would understand this.
I won't touch your mic stand, man. But I got like some soundproofing pads, and let me even show these to you, bro, because you might want those.
I might actually be moving.
Oh yeah,
first of the year, moving studios and everything. I got a lot of cool shit coming up the first of the year, especially oh my god, after COVID. I got some really cool shit, like live shows that I'm putting on. I got some really cool places around town.
Oh yeah?
Can't talk about it yet.
Good.
It's in the workings.
The anticipation's killing me.
Dude, fucking post-COVID, like, I'm gonna be doing shows all over town at like some really fucking cool places.
Mm-hmm. That'll be dope.
I haven't set like, 1 month goals, 6 month goals, year, all that shit. Like my plan, either this time, no, I would say springtime in the next year or two, realistically 2, is do Greenfield Lake Amphitheater.
I was just thinking that, dude. That would be so cool, man.
Yeah.
Who do you get in touch with to try to book a place like
You can rent it out. You can rent it out yourself.
Okay.
But I would sell tickets, and during that process, I'm gonna work on my hour and perfect my hour. Right now, I was starting off doing 2-3 minute open mic sets, then doing tight fives for people.
You want to have an hour set?
Yeah, and then I was doing good tight fives for people. Now I'm doing 10-minute sets for people, 15-minute sets for people. I'm trying to build up a solid 45 to an hour and do
at that point, bro. And once you knock that out a few times, we gotta try to get you a special, bro.
I might film that there, like a professional film that.
That'd be cool as fuck.
And then, dude, everyone I know would probably come. And they sell alcohol there.
Mm-hmm.
And dude,
don't you have to get in touch with vendors, or because they have trucks?
Like I said, this is a year, most likely 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, and hopefully by that time I'm, have a little more clout, as they say, in Wilmington.
I don't know what that's about.
We'll see.
My phone is randomly uninstalling apps for some reason.
Maybe it's having your back. Where did I get my fucking? Oh, I dropped it.
I want to show you the stuff a couple of the things that I got on Amazon.
Yeah, maybe if you typed in video camera, all I did was type in video camera. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's higher than usual. Let's get that.
I looked up a couple of the streamers, the big content creators and streamers that I watch. I thought that they had pretty good camera quality, so I looked it up, and it was $1,000, bro.
You can spend any amount of money you want on this shit.
$950.
That's what's crazy about this. There's no amount of you can spend as much as you want on this shit. That's why over time, if you get better at it, you get good at it. If you actually know okay, I can really do something. That's when you figure out, all right, upgrade this. All right, okay, this brand I got is a piece of shit. Okay, I can get this, and eventually you'll get it set up to where you got a fucking Rogan style setup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever.
Mine's gonna look pretty cool from the camera side, man. Whenever all this stuff comes in the next couple weeks that I order off Amazon, and Alex for Christmas is getting me this picture. He let me pick it out myself because it's gonna be for the stream. But there's these pictures that this one website does, and they're this big, and it's a piece of sheet metal, and they print whatever you want on the sheet metal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the picture that you hang on your wall, and they have a magnet system to hang it with that doesn't damage your walls. So it's pretty cool. So he got me one, and it's got a little tiny Grim Reaper on it, and this little cartoon guy with a caption, cool. And the caption says yes, you have a soul, and it tastes like butterscotch kisses, or butterscotch pudding, or something like that.
Is that an inside joke y'all have?
No, it just says that, and I thought it was hilarious. So I was
that's what would make it. Who gave it to you? One of your buddies?
Alex, my roommate. Yeah.
If I read it, it's probably so random. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, it's a little Grim Reaper, and he's like, your soul tastes like butterscotch pudding. I'm gonna eat it. But I also got a 12 by 12 neon sign, and it's red.
That's
neon.
what I've been wanting to get, is a neon sign.
It says Reaper is live, because I'm Reaper from the Reaper
That's
show.
Really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I got the black and red soundproof padding, 12 black ones and 12 red ones.
Like I said, eventually you'll tweak it. You can see from my first episodes, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
The bar, the keg, all that shit. So
it's cool too, because you can track your progression.
Yeah, you'll tweak it, see what works, see what doesn't.
Mostly too, when you get a few years into this, you're supposed to look back at what you first had and cringe at the stuff you were saying.
Yeah, some of my first sets I've done, I was like, oh my god, I look at the small shit, hand placement, body. I'm very shit, there's been a few jokes that have killed where I haven't even had to say a few words. Just the facial expression I make says it all.
You do have a funny face.
Yeah, I do have a funny face.
Hey, I like that giant wooden fish over there. What's his name?
I wasn't gonna call it bad fish, but then I started crying because I started thinking of Wyatt, because he had that tattooed on his arm. And then that fucked me up for a while. So I wanted to take it out of here, but then I was like, nah, I need those feelings because I just don't, I choose not to think about it. And he was my best friend. Like, it was just like.
You should name the fish Wyatt.
I should. I'm still gonna get the Wu-Tang, the W tattooed on my chest. Because he had it tattooed on him. And then do his name and then the date on it.
Nice. That'll be cool.
He's like, man, I guarantee it. If he was still alive today, he would probably be doing electrical work with me, and he'd probably be doing this with me. 'Cause he's way funnier than me.
Yeah.
He could go out on, like, in front of people, like, with way more charisma than me. Like, but he just never thought about doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
He would definitely surpass me in comedy.
Crazy to think about with the things that people could accomplish if their lives weren't cut short.
We just weren't like, that's like, I wasn't even thinking of comedy at the time.
It's like how many people passed early in their lives before they had the chance to do something great, you know?
Yeah.
That stuff's crazy to think about. It'll blow your mind.
Like, luckily my granddad, he passed away at 87, 86. He lived he did some really cool shit. He worked for, my grandmother actually gave me his ring
Oh,
the
nice.
other weekend.
Right on.
This ring was made in 1954.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was his, when he graduated from Shenandoah Conservatory of Music. And then he got his master's from ECU. Then he was a school, you know the Voyagers singing group at Hoggard? This is a cool Wilmington history lesson. If this is a completely true story, by the way.
I never heard of them.
And this is, and even way before that, Frances Weller, the WECT anchor.
Yeah, I know her.
She's got a twin sister. Well, my grandmother taught them piano lessons as kids because no one else would, because they were black.
Really?
It's a true story.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
Yeah.
The more you know.
That's right.
That's really cool. Yeah, I had a.
I was raised right. This is all fun and games, and we talk shit on this show, but I was raised right. I will hold the door for you before I call you a cunt.
Well put. I was just about to say how I have met your mother, and she is an awesome woman, and definitely was a good mother.
She's okay. She let her husband fuck her life up. He was not lovely to live with, by the way.
I've heard.
So that's why my noses are fucked up. He's the one who broke it more times than none.
I couldn't tell your nose was fucked up.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Looks good to me.
Well, now I feel uncomfortable.
No, I have it. Because I got your nose, buddy.
You probably got about $60 worth of cocaine then.
Just hanging out from the old days.
Just wait for it to dry out.
Every once in a while you get a cold and you're like, whoa.
Sometimes I get random smells.
Whoa.
I'm like, oh. Like sometimes I'll just get a smell and it'll smell like cocaine. I'm like, oh. I'm like, nope. Never again.
Ever have somebody be like, yeah,
never again.
I don't like doing coke. I just really enjoy the way it smells.
Oh
no. The rules as far as like
I don't silence
cussing
any of
and
my
stuff.
cuss words. I have that option where it says no, this is not for children.
Yeah, I mean I have that too.
But I don't have the 18 plus.
You can't even have comments turned on if you have it where it's made for children.
Oh man, that's when kids actually like learn about life.
In the YouTube comments?
Yeah, especially in like online gaming chat rooms. Me and my buddy John were talking about this. He was like, gosh, the way some of these little 8-year-olds can say the N-word, but just like, they say it with their stomach. Like, they mean that shit.
So I was
like, they are mean.
I was telling you about the T Grizzly stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also telling you about the role-playing servers in GTA 5. So they have kids that are clearly like 8, 9, 10-year-old white kids on GTA 5,
Yeah.
and they're dressed as a black character when they're role playing, but they're just dropping the N-bomb like crazy. I can't believe it, dude.
People forget that there are kids out there who have parents who are, they are literal planets. They are trillionaires, and those people don't deal with their kids.
That is true.
They don't.
There's a lot of them.
But they have, in this, whatever they want to get into, they're going to buy the best.
They're gonna
like,
fund it. Yeah.
NASA can't even get this equipment, and they're going to pump him full of Ritalin or whatever, and that kid is going to be like, oh, who won the 2020 Gamer Cup? Like that kid over there.
The one with the rich parents.
Yeah.
But then they're like,
The
which
one who weighs
is that?
The one who weighs 80 pounds, who keeps calling everyone the N-word.
Yeah.
Him.
I can't believe it, bro.
Like,
I really can't.
because
I
you
hate
can't
it.
cancel an
I hate it
8-year-old.
so much, dude.
It's, why, do you want to go up there and scream the N-word? Or are you a bit jealous?
No.
You wish you could do that,
No.
just slightly?
No, it just, when it hits
You're
your
like,
ears.
oh, just like, if,
It's
just
just-
one time.
It's just so wrong when it hits your ears, dude.
Don't you wish, like, you know, like when they're getting the lottery tickets, like, don't you wish you could just say it one time?
Nope.
I say that to people just like sometimes I can see their eyes, so like, I'm like, I'm joking. No.
Yeah, that's how you can tell if somebody's racist. And when people start getting excited.
And I always address it in the shows. I'm like, this is gonna be uncomfortable for you later.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just when you have the headphones on, man, you hear those children dropping that word. It just children, you know,
And
very
it's-
small
you know what?
children.
They hear that in the house.
I hate it.
It's yeah, they have fathers who have strong opinions about Mexico.
I never finished telling you
Or-
my story about moshing, dude.
We never do that when we get together. We tell 100 broken stories,
Yeah.
and then it's
With
followed,
4 conclusions.
and then it's followed by, well, shit, that was crazy, bro.
Basically, the rest of the story is I pulled a muscle in my back. That's when I knew I was getting old. I got really drunk and I pulled a muscle in my back.
That's weird. I pulled my back out last Monday.
Really?
It's tender now, dude. It was really.
This was last
really
year.
bad.
And I was going to the gym a lot last year and all kinds of stuff, but I was doing really well. I was eating right and going to the gym and working out and
I
everything.
remember that you were on that weird
I had to
like
go back to that.
California diet, and you're like, I just lost 5 pounds by not eating bread, but cramming 10 pounds of beef down my neck.
That's actually exactly correct. Yeah.
That's
pretty
just
much-
me just talking shit. That's
You
hilarious.
can almost eat as much
See,
meat as you want. and
I can bullshit anything.
it feeds you with the protein, but you don't get the carbohydrates and the sugar.
The guy I worked with did that. He went to like McDonald's and got like 5 patties and just took the bread off, and he's like, it's okay, I'm on
Mhm.
a diet.
It works, dude.
I'm like, are we in upside down land
And
today?
people are like, well, you need carbohydrates. And it's like, if I have to get a burger for lunch one day and I don't eat the bread, like I can still get carbohydrates other ways. Like,
I felt like I was hallucinating when I saw that, and just the amount of ketchup. It's like I was expecting to look around and the Vogue magazines would be these big 500-pound people in rascal scooters, and
I know.
then the ugly people would be the skinny pretty ones. It's just like it's upside down land. I'm like, what?
I used to be that guy too. All year last year, I was eating
And he
lunches
convinces everyone else about it.
without bread. Yeah, my coworkers. I had 2 coworkers all year last year, and they would just. They would not really like make fun of me, but just take they would tease me about it, you know.
Most of the people that do it, they're like, oh, I feel great. And it's like, really? We
But
can
I
hear you
did
breathing in the
though.
other room.
Nah, I did though. That's the thing. Is like about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
It is
They
60
would be
degrees and you are
crashing.
sweating.
They'd be crashing, and they'd have all that bread sitting in their stomach trying to digest, and they'd be like, "Man, like just ugh."
That's
They
why I
can't
don't
barely
eat.
make it to 5 o'clock, and
That's
I'm
why I
like,
don't eat before shows.
"Look at me, look at me. I didn't eat the bread. I didn't eat the French fries or the bread at lunchtime. I just had mad meat, lettuce, and cheese, and like."
You
I'm
know what I
fine.
do? You know what I do instead of that at lunchtime? I go and like eat like fruit, or like a nice smoothie.
Fruit's really good, bro. And so back to the carbohydrates.
People
thing.
need to like. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I know. I know when I'm full and I stop. I use food for what it's intended for fuel and all that shit. Like I use it for.
Well, aren't you just fucking?
Because
awesome.
like.
Some of us don't live like that.
I'm just not.
A lot of us here in America don't live like that.
I know. That's why it's like, dude. What I see is fucking disgusting, and I don't care if you call me fat phobic or I'm fat shaming. They should be shamed. They should be shamed.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because they should be fat shamed instead of laying on that fucking stretcher, looking up at the ambulance ceiling because they had a stroke at 40.
I agree 100%.
Back off the groceries. You are not going to starve.
Being fat and obese is not. It's really rare cases that
laziness is what it is. They hop on the treadmill for 10 minutes and they're like, fuck that noise.
Well, have you ever ran on a treadmill for 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's supposed to be terrible because you treated yourself for so long. Now you don't. Now you're not allowed to feel comfort anymore.
That's true.
That's like you're like, oh, and this is a bit from Bill Burr.
Oh, I know exactly.
He's like, it's too expensive to eat healthy. You see how much produce is? They're basically giving it away.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a little tag I'm putting on it. Like once you became a cow, you're no longer allowed to eat what's tasty. Like now you suffer. You got to enjoy it for these years. Now you're gonna suffer.
There are great ways to eat healthy, bro.
I'm a good motivator.
I learned a lot about it last year, but I agree with you 100%, dude. I'm very mad at myself for this extra 35 pounds that I picked up in quarantine. Just there's one thing I can blame it on, but I can't blame it on anything myself.
We all know what it is, and then like I said, I'm good at motivating people. Like when it's not fat shaming. Like I do genuinely care about people.
Yeah, bro.
I know people think I'm fucking around. Like,
Once you see
like
people that you care about dying young because of obesity, and it could have been avoided, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
And it's such a problem everywhere. And you see little kids are so fat.
And then when people are like, oh, that was. It was the holidays. I'm like, no, because you're a fucking lazy, fucking weak-minded motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, damn. I'm like,
I agree.
What? You've been getting coddled the whole time, and you fucking keep shoveling food down your top hatch. Now we're gonna try it different because first way's not working.
It's definitely a mental disorder for some people.
I know it is,
but other people have mental disorders that they have to overcome too, and it's like it's just another thing in everybody's life that they need to overcome. And like society here in America is setting people up to be fat, but you got to combat it yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are real cases of mental illness as far as anxiety, depression, overeating, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very small amount, and it kind of discredits it when all of these people claim they have it when they really don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, no, you're just fucking lazy.
Mm-hmm. That's mostly the problem.
It's like, no, you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And no one's ever told you this before because you're hot. Well, I don't care.
Because we're all sitting in here and you're in the kitchen still.
Like, no, I've said that to people before, both men and women who are my friends. Like, you've gotten this far because you're attractive. Like, no, that's fucked up. Like, I talk to my friends a certain way, but they know it's out of love. They do the same thing for me. It's like, fuck. Yeah, okay.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want my friends to do better because they are better.
Yeah, you got to
want all
talk
of us
straight
to
to
do
people.
better.
Tough love, man. It's tough love.
Fuck that. You gotta suffer. You gotta feel a little pain if you want to grow.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
It's not supposed to be easy.
And some of them friends that can't handle it, you might lose those friends.
And I have.
And it's part of growing up.
I'll still haha your memes on Facebook. Still love you to death. I still like your baby pictures after your third one, even though it's really ugly. I'll like it.
I think pretty much most babies are ugly, bro.
Yeah, they are.
People are like, do you want to hold them? And I always tell people the same thing. Like, I'm not good with kids. I'm scared that I might drop them or
my
something.
hands are dirty, whatever. Like, I just smoked a, that's my excuse. I just smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, that works too. Or most parents.
Do you know what I've also gotten better at? No.
Yeah, it's true.
No, thank you. No, thank you's better. No, thank you. And it's like, I don't have to tell you why.
Yeah, but that catches people so off guard. You normally have to provide them with a reason.
It's like oh no thank you. Yeah, I'll hold up my Jack and Coke and like.
If I have like a niece or nephew or whatever that's like 2, 3 years old or whatever, I'll pick them up, I'll play with them, put them on my lap, do the bounce thing, whatever. You know, I like kids and everything, but like babies, just real small babies, like they like squirmy and I just don't like them. They don't look right yet.
You want to talk about
their heads are too big, and like
you want to talk about someone overreacting? Drop a baby.
Overreacting.
Do you want to be that person?
Pretty much a guaranteed way to piss off anybody.
The reason the baby starts crying is because everyone scares the shit out of it. And it startles the kid.
Yeah.
Just pick that motherfucker up.
It's not the 4.5.
Dust it off. Just fucking dust it off. Act like nothing happened. Like
you're fine, right? Yeah. See?
Yeah. What is that one Jeselnik joke? Where he goes, that was really close. I was able to run down the stairs. Or something like that after he dropped the kid.
Yeah, it's like I was able to pick the kid back up before anybody saw or something.
They hit the roof before that kid hits the floor. I don't think I've ever held. That's funny. He goes, I don't think I've ever held a baby to completion.
Jeselnik's he's funny, man.
He's funny.
He's a funny comedian. He's not an asshole too. Like I saw him on
most
on
people
Rogan.
are like that.
He's not like that. It's just his act, you know.
I hang out with comedians all the fucking time. It's kind of weird, like the comics that like just do straight clean comedy, kind of dicks in real life.
Yeah.
But like me and like a lot of the people that do like really dirty jokes and like really like jokes sometimes, are complete sweethearts off stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird like that. Look at Cosby. He was dead set on. No, this is not a joke. Look at Cosby. He was dead set on like getting on black comedians about saying the N-word and cussing and stuff like that. And then he's fucking raping 60 women. Like,
allegedly.
Yeah. You have a kid and it bites one kid in class, okay. But if that kid bites 60 kids, they're going to call him a biter.
Excellent analogy, my friend.
Yeah. That's why, like, it's unfortunate because during that wave of long overdue justice that needed to happen for all of these women that were just they feeling uncomfortable in the workplace, just trying to do their jobs. The Me Too movement did have to happen. There's some disgusting fucking people out there.
Mm-hmm.
But in that process you did get some people that didn't do shit, which is unfortunate. And once and there's no due process. There was no due, like they just bam, you're on the news, mm-hmm. Bam, you're in the, mm-hmm. and that's it. Even if
you were canceled.
How many times have you seen them put something on the news like, oh, he was acquitted, we got it wrong? How many times have you seen that?
Yeah,
fucking never.
Yeah,
once it's true. Out there, it's out there. Even if you got acquitted, you're always.
That is true.
That aura will always be around you. Unfortunately.
I agree. It is unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate for both sides, man. The women that were victimized, and then the people that were victimized by the movement itself. You know what I mean?
Yes, and then there was people who and there's always, and the same thing with religion. There's always someone who's going to take advantage of it for financial gain.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like I said, it's unfortunate.
It really is. I agree.
And a lot of it's just wrong place at the wrong time.
True. That is true.
And a lot of it is, motherfucker, you just did that shit. You need to go to jail.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the jersey? Is this this is your jersey?
They retired it because I broke a few records.
What records did you break?
Strikeouts and innings pitched. And
is that 9?
And I want to say walks allowed. I could be wrong. What?
9 innings?
No, that was my number.
No, not that, dummy. You said innings pitched.
Yeah, over the season. It was,
okay, gotcha.
I
thought you
couldn't
meant
tell
in
you.
game.
I couldn't tell you that number.
No, I got you. I thought you meant in one game, not in the season.
I did the best game I ever pitched, which I was loaded up on fucking Roxy's. Because before the game, I couldn't even pick my arm up. I was like, dude, I can't do this. And like it was the biggest, like the news and all the motherfuckers were out there because Ashley was like the best team that year in the state. And I pitched the whole game and struck out like 12 and only gave up like 1 run. Pitched the whole game. Like I was on it.
Hell yeah.
But when I was hitting, I struck out 4 times. Dude, I was on probably like 180 milligrams of oxycodone that night. Just for like pain.
God. It's a lot.
And I was so fucked up. I wish I could find the interview. You can see like some clips of some old games, but I wish you could find that interview where I was like, my pupils are like the size of like pin dots. And I was just like, you can tell I'm fucked up.
Looking like Aaron Rodgers in that one.
Yeah, you can tell I'm all kinds of fucked up. Like scratching my nose. Like that's my dead giveaway. Scratching my nose.
I threw the ball great tonight, huh?
My fastball was fast. My changeup changed, and my curveball curved. All right,
Thank you.
Where do I go?
The person's like, all right, son. Well, anyway, back to you.
Yeah, some of them are not. Some of them are not good at that shit. They must have like sucked the producer's dick or something.
Oh, that's why they're local anchors.
Yeah, that's true. Do you remember Lauren we called her Rotten Crotch. It was like a really crazy long German name. It was like Rosenkreuz or something like that. I think she leveled up and went nationwide because she was really fucking hot.
What was she? One of the local people here?
Yeah, she was really hot.
I don't think I know who she is.
I forgot.
I don't really watch the news really much at all. Local,
I catch 10 minutes of it in the morning while I'm hitting the ball before I leave to go to work because it's just always on. See if anyone I know got shot.
Hey, you know what sucks, man, is they took down the Mugshots website, dude.
I know.
Loved looking at people's mugshots.
I love my mugshot too. I wish I would have. My mother still probably has. She probably framed it and she showed it to my sister. She's like, "You're the golden one."
Yeah. Don't ever do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, bro. I get it. Let me tell you what my sister's done since high school. In high school, she was already doing the dual enrollment college-high school combo joint. Then after high school, she did 2 years at the community college, then transferred to UNCW. So she already had a 2-year degree, transferred to UNCW, got a 4-year degree in like criminal psychology or whatever. Then worked.
That's no easy feat.
She worked CSI for the sheriff's department. She was a criminal.
You ever been in one of those buildings?
What building?
A CSI building? Dude, we did some electrical work at the one on Blue Clay.
That's where she used to work.
We went to the CSI building. As soon as you walk in, bam, straight loud. Hits you right in the face.
Oh, because it's like an evidence room in there?
And you go in there, and they have no sense of humor whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
And my boss was like, I bet y'all leave a little happier at the end of the day. Just stone-faced. Please sign in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you have someone shadowing you the whole time while you're in there. Like, you're sitting your hands shaking while you got the screwdriver. And it's like, this motherfucker's going to shoot me and say that I had a gun.
Probably not. But, yes, that's where she worked at. And then after that, when she decided she didn't want to do that anymore, she became a lawyer, bro. She just graduated law school last year.
Some people are just fucking smart, dude.
God, dude, I hate it.
I worked with a guy like that.
I hate how she got your smartness. I hate how she got all of the smartness, and I didn't get much.
It's alright. I got the looks in the family. I'm okay with that.
I don't think so, man. I think you're...
Who's prettier in my family?
Your sister.
I'm definitely prettier than my sister.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You're biased because you're a dude.
I don't think I am being biased.
Think
I don't think you're a bad-looking guy. I just think in your family, you didn't make out the best.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Well, everybody has their opinions, you know. What if we ask your sister? What does she say?
My sister is a sociopath, so of course she's gonna say her.
Well,
or actually, she's not even gonna. She's shy. She's not even gonna answer.
actually, she has anxiety.
That's why I'm the prettier one. I'll smile and talk to you. I'll make your day better. She'll like give you an ugly look. Like, no, I don't have any change, and you're like, I wasn't asking. Like,
I have a boyfriend.
She'll actually make you feel shittier about your day.
Okay, I wanted to tell you that you got lettuce in your teeth, but whatever. Maybe your boyfriend will tell you later.
Alright, get that piece of shit out of my way. I gotta get to work.
I have a boyfriend.
She's mean.
I have a boyfriend. Girl, I was gonna ask if you wanted to get under my umbrella because it's pouring rain out here.
My sister is a chicken nugget eating, fucking, what are those things called? The tight ass with the yoga pant wearing, with the oversized tee, with the UGG boot wearing, Starbucks drinking.
So she's like
yeah.
basic, huh?
Yeah, she'll cut you off and be like, dick! Yeah, it's her.
Well, she's definitely prettier.
People are like, they're fucking around because her boyfriend works with me. And be like, oh, what are you gonna do if he hits her? I'm like, she probably already hits him. Like,
she mean.
Like, she's probably already hit him.
Good.
And he probably knows not to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care.
That'd be unfortunate if you're like, man, I gotta break up with my girl, but if I do, I'm gonna lose my job.
I won't. I'll actually probably treat him better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a better working relationship.
We already kind of shit on her all day long.
That's what's up. It'd probably be a better working relationship.
Yeah, he's a fucking sweetheart. I can't find one thing to dislike about this guy.
Good.
He's just a fucking super nice guy. Hope he sticks around.
Right on. That's always good.
Yeah.
My sister just got married. So her and her man went down to Key West and got married, and we all were there on Zoom. It was weird. But I'm happy for her though.
I didn't even get to fucking bury my granddaddy because of fucking COVID.
Wow, man, that's unfortunate.
On my dad's side. Luckily we weren't, you know how crazy close my other grandfather were.
Mm-hmm.
Like he raised me, basically. But yeah, my other grandpa, that was tough too. My dad's side.
Sure.
That was like a super not chill day. And fucking, we can't even do a funeral.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. To think of all the families that have to go through that during all this. There's a lot of things that people are having to go through.
I agree with them. I know things need to change as far as like systematically, but it pissed me off that all these people can. I don't even give a fuck what it was about. All these people can get together and riot, but we can't get together and bury my grandfather.
I mean,
like I said, I don't care what. I agree with what is happening. Things do need to change. Bad things are happening. Yes, I do agree.
It's different with the riots.
But I could care less what the cause is.
Those are riots.
Why can't I bury my fucking? Where's my lighter? I'm getting on an upset topic, and I'm also trying to look for my lighter.
Thank you.
But yeah. If I screamed "fuck the police" and threw a brick through a window, could I get 10 minutes to have a ceremony?
That's a good point.
If I scream BLM and punch a Nazi, can I get 30 minutes to bury my grandfather?
I think we should punch every Nazi we see.
Yeah. Definitely starting with fucking Jeff Sessions. I hate that fucking guy.
Jeff Sessions.
Oh, he's evil.
Is he a Nazi?
He's the one who goes, good people don't smoke marijuana. And how did he say it? And he was like, it's like, what? Like, it didn't even make sense.
There's a lot of good people that suffer because the cannabis plant has not been properly used for medication,
When that family had to go to Denver, the Charlotte's Web thing, and that little girl had to go to Denver so she wouldn't die.
Mm.
Like,
and live a life of misery the whole time.
Like, realistically, they probably wouldn't go to jail if they had CBD oil to help their kid, but still, they don't want to break the law. They're like law-abiding people. They don't think like us.
Well, at least CBD products are legal here, because that's changed a lot of people's lives already.
We smoke a lot of it on this show.
Yeah. It's definitely changed a lot of people's lives already.
We also do fake cocaine on this show, too.
We do? When does that happen? Time is it now?
No,
it's 10 minutes till fake cocaine time. Stay tuned.
10 minutes till fake cocaine time.
Yeah, that's what the schedule that your secretary sent over said. At 8 o'clock, we did the fake cocaine.
I'm waiting on that day where I can, like, do it on here. We're gonna go so hard. That's why I got the fucking couch here. If you go too hard on this show, you got this big ass room and you got this couch and you can just leave in the morning. Like nobody, like nobody will fuck with you. I'll make sure of it.
That's awesome. See that, folks? Yeah, the studio is so comfortable you can sleep here. It's beautiful.
It is. It's very spacious.
It's pleasant.
You have privacy. You can lock that door.
What makes you think you want to move? Or where do you think you might want to go?
It's a serious consideration. It wouldn't be far. It's actually just down the street. It's a serious consideration. I'll have just as much, maybe a very smaller amount of space, but about the same amount of space.
I mean, you have a lot of room in here.
And that keg is on wheels, and everything is inside, so that goes where I go.
Oh, good.
I built that motherfucker myself.
Did you?
Yeah, it's got the fucking floating drain and everything. The drain goes down. I unhooked the tanks because I haven't really used that lately. But yeah, it's a full working keg.
Right on, dude.
I like it. It is a bitch to build, but I did that shit myself.
It looks good.
Thank you.
We'll have to paint a little Grim Reaper on the side of it.
I want to do something like that's just. I'm thinking about that was when the whole Dilly Dilly commercial was like really big for Bud Light, and I had a girlfriend who went to Vegas and got that for me. So thanks.
She went to Vegas and just to get that towel?
No, this is how long ago it was. The McGregor Mayweather boxing match. Those were like a promotional guy. He was like throwing those out to people on the street.
That's cool.
And she's like, "Oh, sweet, something I'll have to pay for. I'll give it to her."
Have you seen the BL6 console? Dude.
Is it a computer?
No, it's a console, like a gaming console.
Oh, see, I don't play video games.
Oh well.
I'll promote the shit out of your video gaming, and your games, but we don't play games on this show.
Okay, whatever. Regardless, the piece of technology is super cool. It's like this big, and it looks like a giant 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
But on the side of it, like on the back side of it, is where you plug all the cables in and everything. On the front side of it has a camera, a projector, so you can just like I could have brought it over here.
Oh, you can like put it on the wall.
Yeah,
and, like,
I could have brought it over here and
cool.
just set it behind the light and plugged it in, and like the middle. Okay, so the middle two canister things out of the 6-pack, the lid unscrews and the two controllers pop out.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're down in there, they're charging. Awesome. Then it seems like I'm doing a plug for Bud Light right now, but I'm not. I'm just telling you about this thing because of how cool it is.
It's a good thing it's recorded because I'm not going to remember any of this.
Then the back two of the 6-pack, you unscrew them, and they're little koozie coolers that you drop your can down into.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see the Corona basket? It catches your shit in the basket.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And everything is like if it's not on a stud, it's got a sheetrock anchor. Like,
well, yeah.
And I can see a bunch of holes down the wall trying to find a stud. Like,
well, yeah.
Listen, I'm a man.
We're not dummies. Yeah, we're carpenters.
I'm not a carpenter.
We're handy. We're handy guys.
I'm a handy man.
You're a handy man.
I'm a handy man.
I'm a handy fellow.
You don't need to call it, except for mechanic work. No, we need to take that shit to the shop.
Is that
That's
included?
the only thing I don't do. I don't do mechanic work. Take that bitch to the shop.
Is that
I'll pay for
included
it.
in the title of handyman? Mechanic is too.
I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
There's
either.
not any old ladies calling a handyman over to their house to fix their car.
But I have had a few women where I was like, if I owned my own company, I would try because the vibes where I could pick it up. But I dared not to. Just in case this goes bad, I will get fired.
Yeah.
I grew up for a while as a kid with a young single mother who was a fucking absolute man-eater. I learned a lot about all that shit.
It's always weird with work too. Like if you have a customer that could be a potential interest of yours, but it could be a confliction with your company. That's always a weird situation.
I'll tell you about something after this. Like I'm not one of those guys who's like, I know guys that like they marry the first woman who will fuck them twice. You know what I mean? They're scared to death they'll never get pussy again. Like
I know the feeling.
Like I can just be friends. Like I can say no. You know.
Well, good.
And I can have female friends that I'm not trying to fuck. I mean, we do, but like it's not the goal.
It happens.
But we're still friends afterwards. I don't make it weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna call you all the time. Oh, you call me back. Fuck that. I'm too busy. That's why I don't get in a relationship. I'm too busy.
Fuck that. He's too busy.
It wouldn't be fair. Like I couldn't give you my time. I just couldn't. It wouldn't be fair.
And your time's too expensive.
Like
it's too valuable.
Comedy is my wife. Comedy will always come first. Like,
Preach, brother.
That's like when they're like, "Oh, you're gonna get all famous and leave me?" Like, what are you talking?
Of course, that's what's gonna happen.
I'm not working this hard for you.
Yeah,
I'm working this hard for me. You're broke me. I'm getting to go away for when I'm rich.
And I took $20 out your purse last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better count your Zan. Well, after I leave, count your Zan. I have a bit about this, about a girl going through my medicine cabinet that was sleeping. I was like, and I'm also short like 4 Percocets.
So, you mind explaining that?
No, it was
She's like, I got one.
It was already after the fact.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. I could fill 2 Netflix specials of just dating fuckery. It's like really funny stories. I might tell one tomorrow night. I think I'm gonna tell one tomorrow night.
Well, good.
It's really funny. It's and it's the true story. Like, they're all true stories.
So you say.
The only thing different.
True stories. I have some true stories that I made up.
I remember one time you were like, yeah, when you go to jail, people just tell the tallest of tales. It's like, yeah, they do.
They do.
Dude, when I get out, you're gonna be so paid, but can I borrow a soup? It's like, what? No.
It's like, wait, that math doesn't equal up.
That's why when people tell me all the shit they used to have, and oh, I did all this, I did all that, like, what are you doing now? What you got now? Oh, you ain't doing shit?
I love when people tell me that.
That means nothing.
People tell you they're like, I mean, I could get rich again if I needed to or wanted to.
It's like,
it's funny when people tell you that, bro. Oh, I can get rich again if I wanted
unless you're the fucking Pope, not a person on this planet goes, oh, I don't need that much money. No, like, more money is better, no matter what you do. I could be rich if I wanted to, then why aren't you?
You ain't never heard people say stuff like that?
Because being broke is very uncomfortable.
People tell you about how they used to have all this. Like you were just saying, people tell you about how they used to have all this stuff. And like they could acquire all that.
Because they're lying.
Exactly.
That's what it is. They're lying. Mm-hmm. It's like you're still two-stepping in the same bar you've been for 20 years.
Yeah.
That gold chain is fake. You still use Aquanet in your hair. Get out of the 70s. That's why I'm not allowed at Salty Dogs anymore. I did that set on the old school boomers. that like religiously drink there every day. Oh, because they started heckling me. So I was like, let me tell you something, you fucking SSI check getting motherfuckers. Oh, I went in on them.
Let me tell you something, you drinking your SSI check away, motherfucker.
Oh, I went in on
That's
them.
funny.
Because the two comics I brought with me, they fucking just shoot them up. Like, their feelings were hurt. And I'm like, you know what? We were trying to come out here and do a good thing, but let me tell you something, motherfuckers. These are two nice people. Well, I'm not. I know you pieces of shit.
The name of the bar is called Salty Dogs.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, and that's the night I was tripping on mushrooms.
Mm.
Had to deal with a very disgruntled owner after that. He told us not to come back. The boomers don't like my comedy for some reason. The boomers are not a fan of Hunter.
So write that down so we know that.
Boomers are not a fan of Hunter.
Okay.
I tell you some shows that y'all do need to come that's coming up. Randy Slack from Modern Rock 98.7.
Love that guy.
A dear friend of mine. He's putting on a stand-up comedy show at Skytown Bar.
That's awesome.
December 12th, 8 o'clock.
I'll be there. I listen to Slack on
He
sports.
puts on some really good fucking. He gets quality comics on it. He hasn't asked me yet. That's the only showcase I haven't been on in Wilmington. He hasn't asked me yet, but that's all. There's good fucking talent on that showcase.
Your time will come very soon.
Yeah, I don't trip over nothing. I don't get jealous over nobody. There's enough for all of us to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't be tripping on nothing. I wish we all worked together.
I'll even write to him or whatever. He has a Twitch too that I haven't really checked out yet.
Sam Talent, December 12th. Also on December 12th. You're gonna have to choose. Which one do you want? I'll go with the Sam Talent.
I didn't know that. Man.
Yeah, they didn't plan this out. Sam Talent, December 12th, 7:30 at Bazaar. That's a real. You can always go to another Slack show. If
Did you say Slack starts at 8:30?
Slack starts at 8.
At 8, okay, so 7:30. That's tough.
In my opinion, I would go see Sam Talent. He's probably not coming here again.
Okay.
Oh,
that's the guy.
Just because that book is I would fucking go.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you can always go to another Slack show if you're from Wilmington.
Okay.
I would go see Sam Talent.
Hey, where'd you say that's at?
At the Bazaar.
Okay.
It used to be the Joe and Gypsy. It's called the Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice now. I know your opinion because that's what I would think too. Oh, ew, that place is weird. It's changed. They got a new management. It's fucking cool now.
That place was cool back in the day, but it sounds like I haven't been there yet.
They cleaned that place up. There were some fucking weirdos there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there still are. Like, he's still kind of getting hit in this crowd, but it's not as unwelcoming.
Exotic.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Here's another one. Oh, yeah. Comedy. Well, this is going to be already going past because this comes out Saturday. This Friday at Brewer's Kettle. I was on Ellie's first one and we fucking rocked that show.
Nice.
She put on her first show the day after I put on my first show, and we fucking gave everyone a good 1-2 punch.
Right on. Made a name, huh?
Yeah, we're doing. Like I said, I want everyone to do good. I don't want no one to compete. I want us to shine together.
Good.
And but if you want to come out, like if you think you're a comic, and you think you're funny, and you're like, oh, I can do what he does. He's an idiot. Okay, come out to either Waterman's Brewery, kind of near Riceville Beach, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And also the Bazaar every Monday at 7. Go put your big boy pants on. Come up there and get in the ring. If you think you're funny. Oh, I can do what he can. Come on. So far, no one has. A lot of shit talking online, but no one has.
Isn't that always how it happens?
Yes.
With shit talking online will always fall lack of action.
Yes, because I tell people, like, come out every Wednesday. We're there. You can get on. Fuck yeah, we'll give you 10 minutes. Come out.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're so goddamn hilarious? Come on. I won't be mean. I'll actually embrace you. I'll buy you a drink. I won't be mean to you.
Good.
But don't run your mouth. Put your big boy pants on. That's a tough room. Bazaar, I've bombed there so many nights. It's not an easy room. Yeah. So we want to go like the last 5 minutes live.
Sure.
we won't have to do that. Hi, buddy. I appreciate you coming on.
It's been a pleasure, dude.
Who are you, and what do you do that's so special to this show?
I'm a Twitch streamer, YouTuber. I like to play video games in front of people online, and then make content on YouTube. Man, I really enjoy what I do. My name's Jeremy. I go by _Reaper_show.
They've heard that name a lot.
That's pretty
on
much
this show.
okay.
Probably by this time they're like, oh, this fucking guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Oh my god.
I'm the guy you heard about.
He gives me money, so I don't care what you think of him. I understand. Yes, he does need to lose some weight. We get that. He's a swell guy. You give me money, I'll gas you up too. But sternly. Like an Asian father. I'm not going to give you too much praise. You can work on things.
Hey, we'll make it a goal next time I get back on the show and be back in the gym, back on a good eating schedule.
You should. And then you should like put me in a headlock. Be like, you fucking jamoke, what are you doing?
Remember last time with the fat jokes? Hell yeah, but yeah, man.
You're like on the level of like how me and my family are, like with the jabs. Like we love each other, but goddamn it, that hurt because that's true.
Yeah, they must tell you that you need a haircut a lot.
No, I'm growing my hair, but you know how fucking beautiful my shit was. Jeremy knew me when my hair was long.
Yeah, that was when you were young and much less stressed out. You're
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have much.
You're receding a little bit there, buddy.
No, I'm not.
Nobody's told you yet?
Dude, no, I'm not. You're fucking tripping.
Oh,
if anything, my family goes.
Tough break.
If anything, my family goes gray. We don't go bald. We don't even get the Terry Bradshaw or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, we've had a fucking blast.
I really appreciate you having me on, dude.
When's the well, who knows? It's fucking COVID. We could die tomorrow. It's kind of hard to plan for anything. I want to go to another golf show.
Yeah, man, I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Like,
it's hard to tell right now.
I will tell you. Speaking of shows, tomorrow at Waterline Brewing Company, there's going to be a hilarious stand-up comedy show.
Is there?
And it's going to be free. You know that? That's how fucking nice.
Free?
How fucking nice of these people.
That is awesome.
That should be a sin.
Waterline is a nice place.
Like the comics on here, like let's see. Yeah, 3 other comics, including myself, is going to be on the lineup. I'm doing all new material. It's going to be hilarious. It's actually going to be kind of PG.
Really?
For once.
Right
yeah.
on. So it's a family thing?
Maybe, but I'm just trying it out. Actually, I didn't really mean for it to be like.
Oh, you're talking about just your set?
Yeah, just my set.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I didn't really mean for it to be like a clean set. Like the jokes I wrote lately, I'm like, oh, that's funny. And I look back, I'm like, I could tell this at like a nursing home. This would be okay. They wouldn't get upset.
You don't need dirty. Dirty humor is not the only humor.
Yeah, I'm
part of
learning
it.
that.
You know, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm glad that
exactly.
you're diversifying.
And it's definitely like, I'm trying to not put anything I do in a box. You know, I'm a comic, but I try to be an entertainer. You know what I mean? Trying to put, oh, he's just this. Like, nah. Like, I can show up to your mother's 50th birthday and, you know, entertain the household.
That's your brand.
Yeah.
Right on. Keep up the hard work, dude.
It's fucking having a great time.
Good. Me too, man.
Appreciate you sponsoring the show, man.
Absolutely, dude. It's a
making
pleasure.
all this happen.
Love what you're doing here, man. It looks great. The place looks great.
Fucking killing it. Coming out to the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Alright. Also, we got, I'm gonna plug a few other shows. Randy Slack from 98.7 Modern Rock. He's putting on his regular Slack stand-up show December 12th at 8 o'clock at Skytown Beer. Let's see. Comedy at the Kettle. Ellie Coleman is putting on these shows. This is the second one she's put on, and they're fucking awesome. She's hilarious. Good friend of mine. Comedy at the Kettle this Friday, December 4th at the Brewer's Kettle. That's also a free show, I believe. You can look it up on our page. Good fucking show. And then, of course, the Bazaar open mic every Monday. And the new mic, Waterman's Brewery open mic, kind of near Riceville Beach, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So, think you're funny? Come on. You can get some time up there.
Right on.
All these TikTokers that, you know, oh, this looks easy. No, it's not.
I do have a TikTok that I just made. I have one TikTok
Oh,
uploaded
no.
so far. I gotta do it for the brand, dude. For the advertisement, man. I gotta do it.
Can I ask you something? What is it about, and how does it feel to sell out?
It's about Warzone. Pretty much all my TikToks are gonna be Warzone.
Oh, so it's just like keeping it gaming.
Yeah. It's for the Reaper show. It's not for like me.
Oh, okay, yeah, kind of like what I'm doing, like with the pages, as far as unfiltered and offensive, doing everything under it.
I haven't even checked it in a couple of days. I gotta admit, I just started it.
Did you do your logo?
No, I paid for it. This guy on Instagram.
I like mine, but I don't know what I'm looking at, but
I'm fighting people. 3 of them versus me.
I feel like such an old man when I watch it.
What? Who is this? Who are these people?
Do you know these people?
They don't know. They can't see me, can they? You didn't give them my credit card.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
Well, tell them if they call, it has to be after 8.
It's like,
That's when my minutes are free.
Jesus, yeah. I'm such, like I said, I'm not like that, but I don't play video games. Like, I didn't grow up playing it. I don't fucking know. It all looks the same. It's like, what is it? Like Xbox, PlayStation? What do you get? I don't, say, what is that, an Atari?
Is this the PlayStation box you have here?
Is that your Gamecast?
Yeah, Gamecast. Can I play Monopoly on it? Alright, buddy.
Alright, man. Appreciate you coming by.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, you still owe me for this episode.
I know. I'm gonna get that to you. I can see it. See, I got a couple different bank accounts. And
I accept $10 checks.
See, I got 3 different bank accounts, and they're all in the negative right now. Okay? So my 4 bank accounts is all.
There's this fucking this bit Doug Stanhope does, and he was talking about, we went through the Wendy's line and ordered food, but then I forgot we didn't have any money, and then we laughed about that for a while. They're like, there's a whole bit to it, but yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have any money.
Oh man, what a blast it's been, my friend.
Jeremy,
it's good catching up with you, buddy.
What did I tell you about the? Oh, isn't that so nice?
It's been a pleasure.
Isn't that nice? It makes you feel safe.
Oh, like a man, you know.
Yeah.